Hello, I'm Gus Downing, publisher and editor of the D&D Daily, and this is the LP News Network. We're here today with Kevin Och, Senior Director, Retail LP and Safety for Office Depot. In today's session entitled, Creating a Powerful Personal Brand, is one that he and his team gave here at the NRF Protect. Quite frankly, it's one that every executive should consider, because very few of us really look at our careers through the glasses of building a powerful personal brand. In today's world, it is indeed all about your brand. Just look at the presidential election and you see what building a brand is all about. The session description: everyone remembers brand names. In this session, you'll hear success stories on personal branding and leveraging your brand to work for you, your organization, and your company. These passionate leaders at Office Depot are sharing how they built their brand and collaborate outside of LP to expand their knowledge base, adding value and distinguishing themselves in the organization. With that, we'd like to welcome Kevin here today. Thanks, Kevin.
Gus, thanks a lot. Happy to join you.
You know, the session description itself is rather powerful in that it really expands the normal definition of career development.
Right.
You know, where an executive looks at their careers as an individual path, this really talks about expanding their vision, understanding the impact, and treating it like a business development project as opposed to an individual development plan. Can you talk about how your team accomplished this and some of their success stories and the impact it made on the organization?
Yeah, absolutely, Gus. So the exciting thing for us, this has been a couple-year venture internally in our company, and we've really looked at it as that professional development. And inside our company, we really operate out of 5 pillars strategically for our LP department. And the first 4 are the more traditional things. You look at shrink reduction, safety, fraud mitigation, those kind of things. But the 5th one, which is extremely important to us, is really that talent development. We want to make sure we're taking our people and really building their careers within our company and within the industry. So in thinking of last year, my boss and I actually produced we did a session called Individual Development Plans, right? So really what we started with those IDPs. But really, how do you build it from there? How do you build that powerful personal brand? How do you make it more of a business sense? Which is really what we wanted to bring into this year and the session that we did yesterday here at NRF. Yeah.
You know, obviously this requires the executive to really take a risk and get involved in the entire enterprise. I mean, are there some steps an executive can take to make it easier for themselves to prepare for it? I mean, bottom line, how does an executive get started on this journey?
Yeah, a couple different ways. Really, we got the buy-in internally within our company, partnering with our HR department, partnering with our communications department and marketing, and making sure we're really tying it into both our business values and within HR, our key fundamentals of trying to grow our own employees and building up that brand. So internally, we've talked about building powerful brands and building that development within our own associates. So we really brought that into the loss prevention department. And this year, we've looked not only at building personal branding, which is what we started out with, but you build from there, talking about team branding, talking about organizational branding, and where do you really want to show as your loss prevention department.
What do you see as some of the hurdles here? I mean, obviously this has to be a team effort. I mean, you really have to make this a concerted effort on the part of the entire LP team, because I mean, it'd be hard for one LP executive to do this without the support of their leaders.
You're exactly right, and it really is part of the hurdles. It's time. We have a lot of requirements of our time. Our team members have a lot of things they're doing to drive those first 4 pillars that I talked about. So really re-engaging them to focus on themselves and driving that home and telling them you have time to do this and giving them specific things that they can do to help grow their own brand. So we take time at our own national meeting. We take time throughout every month talking about your personal branding, building on your IDP. What are those things that you're doing? So you get that buy-in through time and giving them those opportunities to focus on themselves. And then when we gave, for example, yesterday, along with myself, I had 3 of our team members that had the opportunity to present here at NRF. That's not something they normally get to do. That's something very different for them that was on their individual development plans that really starts building their own brand. They got some cool pictures yesterday of themselves up on stage.
Sure.
It's not something they normally have. So, so that was really good.
Are there any suggestions or advice you have for executives who want to develop their brand, even possibly without being a team effort?
Yeah, and one thing I've done definitely and that I recommend to any executives, use social media. You know, you have the opportunity today to build your own brand on LinkedIn, on Facebook, on other types of social media. So use those assets that we have today to really show who you are, and then bring it to industry meetings such as NRF or others that really can help you.
Well, that's, you know, can be very difficult. A link to building a brand through social media. You've got to be very careful there.
You definitely have
very
to be
careful about what you present, how you present it, what you look like, what you say.
Always.
I mean, it's something you've really got to finesse.
Your brand is everywhere, though.
Right,
if you think about that today, everything that you put out online, whether it's inside in your company or out on social media, your brand is everywhere.
Right.
So you really have to pay attention to that, hone it, and really manage it.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for taking the time and sharing it with us.
I enjoyed it, Gus. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this episode. We'd like to thank you for watching. And until next time, let's keep them all safe out there.